Let's talk about your business now. So you've grown it over, you said you just had your 11th anniversary pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So you've been in business, you've gone over that 10-year mark, which is impressive. So what's the structure of your business now? So how many guys have you got working for you, office staff versus on-site, that sort of thing? What's the setup?
Yeah, so we're a shadow of our former selves, if I'm honest. So currently we have 9 out on site, and there's 3 of us in the office. So that 5 months ago, just before Christmas, that was 22 on site and 5 in the office. But yeah, we're just going through a lean patch it's been a bit of a forced reset, if I'm honest. And yeah, the core, I was thinking about this today, the guys I have left, apart from the 2 apprentices, the other 7 guys are all over 40. So there's nobody under 40. And I think we're down to our core at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what have you, when you say it's a forced reset, is it somewhat of a welcome reset, or is it painful? What's been the process, and what have you learned now during this period?
Well, I don't think it's painful, but it's yeah. I mean, the work is there. It's just that the industry slowed down. I mean, it was going to slow down at the start of last year, but then we had the floods, and that was sort of like a little injection of jobs, and just I mean, we've been flat out for 2 years and can't keep up. You can't find enough guys. I didn't want to lose the size, because those 22 guys I'd grafted to get, and I had to finish up some guys that had been with me 6-7 years. But it is what it is. I mean, I had to do it. I didn't like doing it, but I had to just the numbers. If column A gets bigger than column B, we don't make money. So I had to make sure that we weren't exposed. Because for me, the company's my income and it's my family's livelihood, whereas everybody that left found a job straight away. There's guys out there because the building industry it's an interesting beast, because some can be really busy and some can be really slow. Like we didn't suffer through the material shortage like other builders, and that was purely by the fact of where some of our jobs were. We didn't have jib straddling the jib.
Yeah, it was
crisis,
sort of like luck of the draw of where you were at in your project almost.
Yeah. And we've had a little perfect storm where we had a few projects end towards the end of last year, and a big project finish up, and then that little nervous patch towards the end of last year. People just they bump it down the road, and so yeah, but that's my job. That's my job to try and navigate through that and keep as many people going as I can.
Yeah.
And this year will be tough. Like, just to get through this year, will be tough.
Yeah, and you're definitely not the only one. Obviously, like, it's just like the nature of what the market's doing, what the industry's doing at the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's definitely consolidating and making sure you're hunkering down a little bit.
And even more so now, you have to look after the dollars and cents. You can't be splurging on stuff that, we're doing a couple of fixed price jobs at the moment, which we haven't done in the last. Like, I'm not afraid to do fixed pricing. That's totally fine. We just haven't. The last 2 years we haven't done that. So you are giving fixed pricing for stuff. And so you need to be tighter, and potentially you could make more money on fixed price,
Yeah, for sure.
It's if you can negotiate a good fixed price, you could potentially make more. Obviously, open book's safer for everybody, but if you track it well on a fixed price, you could you can come out. It's a risk thing, right? You can come out better off.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you so when you let it have to like, and we won't talk like the whole episode about this, but when you have to let a bunch of people go, how do you how do you maintain sort of the culture of the guys that are remaining? How do you sort of kickstart that momentum of like, this is like the new phase now? And
it was look, it's been a shit time, and I've been the one that's had to deliver that. And it's been tough, but all the guys have been really understanding, and I think they get it. I'm not going to say that some of the guys that work for me had their heads in the sand, but a lot of guys out there in the market have their heads in the, they don't get what's going on, and I'm a firm believer in, if you're on the 90-45 team, then I'll look after you, and because I need to keep. Like, you need to keep size in order to pounce on an opportunity, So I didn't want to lose too many guys, but it's look, it's not nice when the feeling gets around that we, the job's been delayed or something like that, and everybody starts talking, but there's not a heap I can do about that, Like, a lot of the guys that have worked for me for years, they know that this. That can happen, but something always comes up, like the phone will ring and we could start a job next week that I don't even know about now, you know, and that's just the way building goes. It's, somebody that's been sitting on their job for ages just presses the go button, or we picked up a job 18 months ago that I'd originally been involved in and then didn't. And then the other builder who they chose pulled out. So at the last minute, I'm getting a phone call, can you start next month? And, there's a $4 million job. So, some things just have the ability to just fall into place.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you just stay relaxed and stay focused, and that's what I say to the guys, just head down, ass up, you work, and don't worry about it now, I was telling myself that before Christmas, and then we had a few things not go our way, and then February came around. I was like, shit, this is real, like I need to, and I think I got to it quick enough. But no, it wasn't a nice little patch of a few months to have to let, because in 10 years I haven't had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard someone once said, or someone told me, like when I was younger, even said to me, like, your level of success will be determined upon your ability to give and receive bad news. And and that's so true, right? Because that's sort of the ups and the downs of running business in the long term, and having to man up and be able to deliver the bad news and get it done and move on, and also be able to receive it is really important.